And we are live. There they are. Brad, you are much more beautiful in StreamYard than you are in Zoom. I don't know what
Must
it is.
must be the program.
It's the
Hey
program,
everybody,
it's the lighting. Yeah. How are you?
I'm
Welcome.
uh, I'm excellent. Excited that we're doing this. I think it's going to be a great offering, and hopefully people will find it interesting, and we'll be
I
able
think so.
to put some good info out there.
No, I mean, I think it's a great idea. I think the timing is good. It's a manic world out there on equipment. You and I have been working together on some tours and stuff where, these companies are landing massive tours with hundreds of moving lights and consoles and things that they don't have in their inventory, thinking, well, this will be easy because it's 2018, right? And and then they go to start ordering stuff and there's no gear out there, and so they're like, well, I'll just cross rem it, call Mainlight, call whoever, call Zenith, and stuff's just not available. So these are unique times indeed. So
It is that, and I have that conversation with people on a daily basis of what they're working on and what they can't get, and
yeah.
can we help them find it, or do we have it, or whatever the story is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's a manic world, and so, the idea here with doing this Gearheads thing is really just to create a following and create a group of people who want to a couple of things. One, talk about gear, talk about what's hot, what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the market, and I'm talking fairly specifically about used gear. We're not going to do reviews on new pieces of equipment coming out or whatever, but we're going to talk about what's going on in the used gear market. We're going to have segments on each of our episodes where we go through the segments and we talk about things like hot listings, our need zone stuff that people are currently looking for, things that everyone wants, just hot stuff, hot gear in the market that's constantly hot. And if you have some sitting there doing nothing, it's basically as good as cash. So and then just some tips on how to do a better job as a GearSource seller, because I know we have people come on board who are looking to sell gear, and they think it's eBay or they think it's Facebook, and maybe don't really understand some of the things you do or don't do when you're on a platform like GearSource, and just so that we can improve the odds of them selling at the highest price possible, because that's really our goal is that you sell your equipment and you sell it at a great price and you're happy with the result, right?
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a seller service platform that strives to find as much gear as we can to make it available to buyers, so that people can find any gear that they want at any given time.
Yeah.
But our role is really to help sellers to turn their gear into cash.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, we both know that in the month of December, we worked with a fairly large touring company who landed a major country tour, and couldn't come up with the gear. And not to pat our own backs, but I think without us, they would have had to really change the design of that show. They wouldn't have got the gear because we got it from many thousands of miles away from obscure sellers. And so, yeah, we don't need to toot our own horn. We kind of know that we serve a spot, we serve an opening, a gap in the marketplace that I think right now is more necessary than ever. And so, our goal again in doing this Gearheads podcast really is just to enable people to do a better job selling on the platform. If you're a buyer, whether you're a concert touring company or a church, and you just want to improve your process of buying, make it easier, find gear better, figure out how to use our need zone to locate listings that aren't on the site. So we just want to improve your experience. Hopefully, Brad, he's a pretty funny guy, so he'll provide some weekly humor, I
That might
guess.
be a stretch.
And but really just to make the experience better and share some knowledge. So, one of the big things that happened in GearSource or on GearSource over the past, well, for you guys, it's over the past week or so, but for us, it's been 6 months in the making, is our new warranty platform. So Brad, maybe you can share some information on that for our viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like Marcel said, we've now launched a really exciting new program as a part of our platform, which is a third-party extended warranty. So this is a really cool offering that is intended to do a few things. Obviously for buyers, it gives you an opportunity to get additional level of security on gear that you're purchasing. If you're a rental shop that's buying gear for inventory, then it helps you potentially minimize staffing because you don't have to take on some of those maintenance, some of that maintenance work yourself, any of those types of things. On the seller side, what we're really hoping that this is going to do is allow sellers to be able to charge accordingly for gear that's in better condition. So it'll provide a better understanding for people and better education to buyers on why something that is maybe only 2 years old is going to be a better purchase and worth additional money versus something that might be 4 or 5 years old that on the surface could seem very similar, but because they're eligible for a warranty, it gives you a much better upsell opportunity, so then you can get a little bit more bang for your buck on the gear. So this is something that is live now on the site. You can see this badge here on the right. That is the badge to look for. So when you're browsing on the site for gear that you want to purchase, you can find things that have that warranty eligible badge, and then when you go through the checkout process, you can add warranty. The product is offered in either 2 or 4 year increments. So you can get a 2-year warranty or a 4-year extended warranty for a nominal percentage of the purchase price is essentially how the math works. And that warranty is basically designed to mimic manufacturer's warranties. So it covers parts and labor on anything and everything that could go wrong. It excludes accidental damages and misuse, abuse kind of stuff. But if you have issues, have something that's a problem, then it will get taken care of. And it's not just an insurance policy. The company that offers the warranty, the Tron Shop, they're a newer company out of Maryland, and they're partnered with a few other service companies around the United States that they actually do the service work. So they know the gear. You're not just sending it off to the dumpster someplace and then replacing it or something. It's to companies that can do the repair work and that really understand the industry and what's going on. So
yeah, that's a really good point that you're making there, Brad, because most of these extended warranty companies or aftermarket warranty companies, the ones that are spam dialing all of our cell phones every day for extended car warranties and stuff, they really are basically expensive insurance policies. But this is actually a lighting repair company that's behind this warranty. So they really are, they know what they're doing. They are looking out for your best interests. They are looking to get your product repaired and back to you as fast as possible. And so it's a lot more sort of wholesome, I guess, is a word that I would use.
Yeah, no, I agree. And hopefully it's going to be something that buyers find really successful. We've already had lots of inquiries about it even before launch from people that we've been talking to it about that were very interested. System integrators that are reselling products to their customers. That's a great way to be able to give their customers more bang for their buck, but not have to worry about that phone call that they're going to get, 2 weeks later or something, or whatever might happen in the future, 6 months, a year down the road, that they know it's taken care of. So,
well, one of the other things that I've talked to some people about recently, so, even things like church installs and stuff that were planned to happen in January because that's when CapEx was freeing up or whatever, are now finding situations where that gear is not available from a brand new manufacturer. And so they're really leery about putting in used equipment into an installation or sometimes even into a rental situation. But when you're talking about an installation that was spec'd with brand new product and now you're looking to go to the used market, this sort of bridges that gap between them. You can buy a slightly used, because we're talking about gear that's less than 3 years old.
Yeah, there's a limitation. It's got to be 3 years old or newer in order to be eligible for the warranty. So it is like you said, slightly used, better than new pricing, available now in most cases.
Yeah,
and comes with that peace of mind.
Yeah, it was interesting because when our developers turned on the warranty, it was between Christmas and New Year's, and the morning that it got turned on, we didn't even really know it was on yet until we saw some orders for warranties popping up, and we're like, whoa, wait a second, we're not ready for this yet. What do we do? So it was kind of an interesting problem.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good thing. And hi Lynn, how's it going? Thanks for watching.
Happy New Year back at you.
As far as the warranty goes, at launch, we have some kind of a narrow focus for it so that we can make sure that we do it really well and that everything works like it's supposed to. So we're starting basically with lighting, power, and atmospherics products, but we're hoping to expand that out very soon into audio and video and other things as well. So check it out. And if you think it's something that's a good fit, or if you have any suggestions or whatever, let us know. We're always open to feedback from buyers and sellers, and hope that it's something that's a good fit for people.
Yep.
Brian, thanks for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for the compliment too. We appreciate it. So again, one of the big things is obviously that the hot stuff moves quickly. And so normally you're going to hear sort of two segments of this talk today. You're going to hear us talking about some listings that are up that are really hot. And then you're going to hear us talk about some listings that are always hot. And like as soon as they hit our site right now, they're gone instantly. So you have to pay attention. Things like JDC ones. And, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But so, what are some of the hot pieces of inventory that have come into listings over the past week or so, Brad?
Yeah, so one of the most exciting things that we've started just in the last few weeks is we have jumped into a partnership to support Christie Digital and offer a good outlet for them for factory direct listings for B stock, refurb units, other options, even new equipment that is a little bit older in their inventory. So we're going to be adding on a weekly basis new listings. There's the whole list in total includes something like 700 SKUs right now. So it's a big list of a lot of gear that's going to be available and a really great opportunity for people. We do have a weekly email that's going out that shows just a snippet of the updates that are happening each week. So if that's something that you want to jump on board with, let us know and we can get you on that email list. Otherwise, just keep checking back on Christie stuff, and that's an exciting update. Some other listings that have hit the site this week. So this is a good one that is a rare find in the US, actually. So a lot of the gear that we're selling right now is coming from Europe or Asia and being sold into the US for more current fixtures. So this is a great option on Unicos that are actually sold out of the Southwest here in the US. So if you're looking for anything in this kind of category, those are a good thing to check out. We also have on the audio side of things, this is again being sold from Asia. Like I said, we're doing a ton of stuff bringing things over from Asia to meet needs for big US shows, since we're largely the only country that's fully open in the world right now. So this is a great acoustics package that is available from Singapore. It includes a whole bunch of turnkey stuff, and it's ready to go from a known seller that we have a good relationship with, and gear that's in really good condition. So those are a couple of things to check out. We'll do this every show. We'll just run through a couple of listings that we've run across that might be either a rare find or something that is interesting to check out that probably won't last long. So if you're interested in either of those things, send us an email, sales@gearsource.com, and we can certainly get you the link or get you the information about it if you're not able to find it just by searching on the site.
So we have a relatively underutilized today function on our website called Need Zone, where you can go in as a buyer or someone who's planning to buy something. Like, let's say you've got a tour going out next month that needs, 4 MA3 consoles or whatever. You can put in a Need Zone listing for those 4 MA3 consoles, and you can put in a date that you need them and a price that you want to buy them at. And so we're applying a whole bunch of current coding technology to the Need Zone to improve the user experience on Need Zone. You're going to see a lot of changes and a lot of updates and modifications and just a lot more benefit out of the Need Zone. But I think it's a really powerful and underutilized tool, both by our buyers and our sellers, who will get notifications saying, hey, there's a buyer who needs this item. Do you have one? And so you got to pay attention to those notifications that are coming into your buy or your selling dashboard as well, to make sure that you're responding to those Need Zone requests.
Absolutely, and we point buyers there all the time. So as a seller, it's a great place to keep an eye on. Buyers can get there by going up through the header and clicking on Need Zone. This is what that page looks like, and then you can put in a simple request. It only takes a minute, and you don't need a ton of detail. It's just a way to put something in there, and then, like Marcel said, sellers have the opportunity to go through and suggest a listing that they have available. But as a seller, like I said, keep an eye on this section of the seller dashboard, because we're always pointing people to it. And we are looking to improve how that notification system works, as well as expand it out to be more targeted specifically with by discipline or whatever is relevant to people. So I think there's going to be a lot of cool updates to the need zone coming in the future, but we're actively using it every day. Anytime we have somebody who is asking for something that we don't have listed, we reach out to some sellers to see if we can find it. And then we also have it put in, have customers put the request in the need zone so that we can keep an eye on it, and it can get the public reach out there to hopefully find a match.
And we're going to figure out a way to send sellers secret notifications through telepathy while you sleep. So
That's
just
right.
wait, it's coming.
Right.
All of these features are coming. No, I think it's a really underutilized but great tool on GearSource, where you can put stuff in that you anticipate needing. It doesn't have to be something that you need right at this moment. It could be 2 months from now, and you can put in a 2-month date, and someone can respond to that and say, hey, I've got this thing, it's going to be available in those 2 months, and we'll just work that transaction out in between. So
absolutely. Well, and to your point about future things, one of the requests that's in here, they have a need by date of October 3rd in 2022. So they're looking way ahead, which is great.
That's smart. That's smart.
Absolutely.
Well, guess what? If it's anything Roby, you have to pretty much put that request in for right now if you need it in October.
That's true.
So, although I will say, again, tooting our own horn, we've sold this year, I don't know, I'm going to guess 800 Roby fixtures, 900 like Roby fixtures.
Yeah.
I mean, we've sold an obscene amount of Roby fixtures, like including probably 200 of them just in December alone. So we are able to get Roby fixtures when other people are not, and that's been sort of a little niche of ours. So speaking of stuff that everybody's always looking for and that is always hot on our site, goes up and goes gone quickly.
Yeah, we've got some requests that we get constantly. MA2 continues to be on the list. The requests, I would say, for MA2 have slowed down a bit, but I think that's more due to the holiday season rather than the demand.
Another thing I'll add to the MA2 phenomenon is that in 2020, like I'd say early 2020, mid 2020, MA2s were selling for $12,000. Used MA2s were selling for between $12,000 and $14,000 all day long, and the market for them wasn't very big. Recently, MA2s have been selling for between $25,000 and $30,000, and the market has been tremendous. So just a great success story on longevity on that console for sure.
Absolutely. Well, and I think it's a true demonstration of supply and demand applying to our industry just as much as anyone else's.
Yes.
With everybody looking for MA2 and the adoption of MA3 being a little bit slower than maybe was anticipated. Fulls and lights have gone up in price, and you can't find them. They're generally speaking not listed on the site. If you are looking for an MA2, we can find them, but it's usually something that you have to go. We have to go hunt for, and we have suppliers that we reach out to. Like Marcel said, fulls are going for 25 to 30,000. Lights are going for 18 to 23,000. Of course, varies on location, condition, whatever. But especially if you're talking about buying from the U.S., you may be able to find some great deals elsewhere in the world. By the time you get them here, they're probably going to be about in that price range. So it's a pretty good bet if that's something that you're looking for. But it's still, cheaper than the 3.
Yeah. So Brian, that's a great question. Yes, you can sell new gear on GearSource. What we usually shy away from is people just trying to turn us into like an eBay or something where you're just putting up a store, like an e-commerce shop of all new listings. But if you have a new product that's sitting in your stock, yes, you can absolutely sell it on GearSource. We do get pursued on map pricing rules. So if you're putting something up below map pricing, the manufacturer will come to us and kindly ask us to take it down or provide them with the name of the company who is selling it. And so typically we won't provide them the name of the company who's selling it, but we will go to you and say, hey, the manufacturer's breathing down our neck. Can you maybe, take that listing down and or we're going to take it down for you because they're going to cause us some trouble.
Well, and Brian, to take that a step further, if that is something that you're interested in doing, let's talk about it. Let's look through the circumstance and figure out, you know, what the scenario is. Does it make sense? How to market it? How to price it? All those kinds of things. So I just put in the comments, sales@gearsource.com. That's how you reach me and the other members of our sales team. So please let us know what you're thinking, and we'll see what we can do to help.
Yeah, you're welcome. So what else is on that hot gear list? MA2,
other
what else?
hot items, yeah. So Solaris flares, they're a request that continues to pop up. In fact, we have some active buyers looking right now for some pretty big quantities. So anybody out there that has flares, those are good to go. JDC ones, I think everybody knows this, but GLP JDC ones are back ordered for you know, some unknown amount of time basically, and everybody wants them. So that's another item if you've got them. Also GLP X4 bars, 10s and 20s. We seem to get more requests for 20s, but the X4 bars are something that's a pretty popular item that we have a trouble sourcing sometimes.
Will that lighten up, or will that stay crazy now that the X5 bar is out?
You know, that's a good question. I haven't seen where they fall relative to each other price-wise. I know that the GLP plan is to, they're not trying to discontinue the X4 as far as I know. So it'll be an extension of, and the X5 is supposed to be the IP version, is my understanding. So if that all holds true, then I imagine it will continue to stay, just because the rental price point for it is going to be lower than an IP. So unless you need the IP version, then you'd stick with the X4. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Cool.
Other items would be mega points. So, you know, all things Roby, but particularly mega points. We've sold through a good portion of the stock that we have immediately in front of us, I'll say. So we're having to go do some more searching for mega points. So if you have mega points that you're interested in unloading, let us know. We have homes for them. And then the last thing that I'll put for this one is just outdoor LED video in general. You know, brand Pixel Pitch, relatively agnostic and open, but we're constantly getting requests for outdoor video stuff. The indoor LED sells, but it's more specific and got to be the right buyer. There are a lot of buyers for outdoor LED stuff, particularly coming out of COVID and things where there are more events happening outside, and people trying to take advantage of opportunities for that. So outdoor LED, let us know, and we'll help you put a package together, and hopefully can find a home for it.
Very cool. So last but not least is this section that we have Brad's tip of the week. There needs to be like a musical something. Da-da.
That's right.
That's a little bit elaborate.
Since this is our inaugural episode on this, for the tip this week, I just wanted to go through really quick and show you how to register on our site. So if you're somebody who hasn't sold with us before, you're thinking about it, you want to go through that process, it's very simple, very easy. Go to gearsource.com, click on the little silhouette guy, and you can go to log in or register. And that'll take you to this page. And you just fill out this form. Make sure that you check the box that says sell gear rather than buy gear. They're the same registration process, but sell gear requires a bit more of information with billing address and, you know, just some basic stuff that we would need to help get you money. But fill out your information, create a login, and then once you do that, then you'll have the ability to come in and start listing gear. So I'll just log in here to show you kind of what the dashboard looks like and point you in the right direction, and then you can let us know if you have questions. But once you're set up as a seller, then you get access to this seller's dashboard that gives you great information about what you've sold. It gives you announcements, what your earnings are. You can come in here and manage your listings, look at orders, any of these kinds of different things that you can do here. On the subject of need zone, so we do have a section here in the seller's dashboard to go through and look at any of those need zone requests that we talked about. So there's a ton of really good tools in here in the seller dashboard to go through and be able to do things. One of the most important steps after you register as a seller, come down here to GearSource Payments. You'll only need to do this once, but when you first register, come to GearSource Payments, and you'll need to connect a bank account or a debit card to our payment system. So we use Stripe Express as our payment processor. It's very similar to PayPal, but it's a different brand. The really cool part about it, and the main reason why we use it, is because the site has automation that's built around it. That means that you can make sure that you're getting funds that you need in a timely basis, and we don't ever have to touch your money. It's all secure. They deal with currency conversions on international transactions, and everything is super protected. So sign up to register on the site, get connected to GearSource payments, and then you can go through and start adding listings, and you're good to go. But if you need help with the site, if you're interested in selling, we're happy to do a demo for you. So we can do, it's usually about a 1 hour walkthrough that we can walk you through the entire site, make sure that you understand how the dashboard works and all the different parts and pieces, how the listing process works, and we'll go from there. So reach out to us, sales@gearsource.com, if you have any questions about how to get on board with creating listings.
So yeah, this was our inaugural, I guess, episode for Gearheads, and we plan to do this every second week, right? Every second Tuesday.
I think so. Yeah.
So
unless
we will
everybody
send out
that they want it more.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to do it every week if we need to, but for now we're going to do it every 2 weeks, same day, same time. Invite friends. Let's get lots of people involved. The idea here is to make it better and to make it a better experience for everyone, and to sell the gear faster and to find the gear faster. You know, we make a very small percentage in between these transactions. So for us, it really, you know, it's a service to the industry. It is a marketplace for the industry, and the more people, the better. So thank you for joining us on our very first inaugural episode. Brad, do you have anything more to say?
I think the only thing that I would mention is we do want feedback from everybody. So let us know if there's stuff that you want to hear about, particularly on the tips and tricks. We're going to kind of keep the same format every time, unless people say that it doesn't work. But you know, if there's something that you have questions about, or that you want to see, or you want to know about, let us know. Send us an email, drop us a comment, send us a message on social media, and we'll see if we can work that into the schedule. There may be times where we bring experts on, or you know, third parties from some of our biggest sellers to talk about their experiences and how they handle stuff. So we have some interesting ideas that we want to put out there and make this a good forum for everybody to soak up as much knowledge as they can and help people sell gear.
Well, and it's on a Tuesday. We know everybody's a little bit busy Tuesday afternoons or Tuesday evening if you're in Europe, or the middle of the night if you're in Asia. But so we're going to try and keep it to 30 minutes. And we've done that today. It's 27 minutes and 20 seconds right now. So we're going to try and keep it to 30 minutes or below, and keep it informative and fresh and fun. And yeah, so thank you, everyone. We appreciate you coming along. And thanks, Brad. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.